welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Today I'll be showing you how to simply butter your aircraft in PTFS if you're having trouble buttering and you try repeatedly but you just can't get it right. You can't get the approach right, can't get the speed right. Well, I'm going to be sorting that out for you today. So I'm going to be showing you a small aircraft first and we'll get on to the bigger aircraft. But let's go ahead to my favourite place to do these kind of landings, at Paphos. Alright, so here we are at Paphos. Let's go ahead and spawn a light aircraft to start off with. Now, this is probably one of the easiest planes to land because obviously it's very slow and stuff. But, let's go ahead and do the Cessna 402. Nice plane. We'll go ahead and do the blue stripe livery just because. So here is the plane. Hop inside. Yeah, you can tell it's the aircraft new and it is new. But anyways, that's not the point. Let's go ahead and I'll see you guys at Larnaca. Alright, so if you do it for Paphos and you just want to do a simple butter landing, as soon as you take off, put your flaps to full and then get your camera angle ready because it's quite close. So we're just going to go ahead and do that and start slowing down. I would recommend pressing X for camera. I think it's the side button on the D-pad on the controller and it should just say cam lock on the mobile. But anyways, now you've got your camera angle. You can add a little bit of FOV if you want to, with the slider, which I actually do sometimes, but not really for this aircraft. And you want to make sure that it says landing speed. So with legacy handling, it's usually around 30 to 50% throttle. And yeah, here we are at 71 knots. So yeah, it's quite slow. But once you've got your camera angle, you're basically all set up for landing. But I'll see you at the approach. Alright guys, we're now approaching the runway. So what we want to do is, first of all, you want to make sure that you see those lights over there, just over there. It's like half, like there's red and white lights. You want to make sure it's kind of equal on both sides. That means you're at the right glide slope. If it's too much red, it means you're too low. Too much white means you're too high. But if you're in the middle, it means you're exactly on the right course. You also make sure you have the right center line and your front gear is lined up with the center line. And you also make sure you don't stall if you're going up, because I know on mobile it can be quite sensitive with the speed. If you put it up too far, you start losing speed rapidly. But anyways, so right now I'm too low, as you can see. So there's 3 reds, and they're called the Pappy lights, by the way. Okay, now on the right glide scope, we have a good center line. Let's see if we can butter this aircraft. Alright guys, coming in for landing. Oh, a bit too low. If you're a bit low when you're doing your final descent, like right here, it doesn't really matter because you're basically at the runway. What we want to do is we want to flare right when you touch the ground, just like that. So as soon as you're about to hit the ground, you immediately, okay, I'm a bit off center line now, but as soon as you're about to touch the ground, you immediately starts to go up, and then you'll do your flare. But anyways, let's go ahead and do a bit of a bigger aircraft. First, I'll go chat. And guys, here we are at Paphos. I think now we're gonna go ahead and do an A320, and we're gonna go ahead and do just Air France, I guess. So the A320 is personally one of my favourite aircraft to butter. I find it one of the easiest, as well as the A330. Obviously, everyone loves the A330. Yeah, when you're taking off, do not use full flaps. Just because I'm running the airport, use 2, or basically try and find the halfway, like whatever. Anyways, I'll see you at the approach. Alright, so we got our camera view here. Got to slow down a bit more. Get to about 40% throttle. And soon we'll be at the runway. Alright guys, you can see the runway coming into view. I actually forgot to put down full flaps, we'll have to increase the throttle a bit. Not that much. That should be good. Alright, got good descent path. Directly on the centre line. Oh, hang on, we have to go a bit lower. Oh, right, the perfect glide slope. Slope, not glide slope. Got a good centre line. Yeah, around this sort of area you want to be about 300 to 500 feet. 300 in this case, because that's where I am right now and I have the perfect glide slope. Around here, sort of 200 feet. Even though I'm not following the glide slope anymore. And when you're flaring, don't panic and turn. Just make sure your mouse in the center. Just pull up. That's all you have to do. Just pull up. All right. So a bit low again, but that's all right. And we'll make sure the touchdown zone is after these 3 white lines there. Oh yeah. Once again, I did come off center line as, like I said, not to, but that was very smooth. Anyways, let's go ahead and finally go into a proper big aircraft. Alright, so we're back here at Paphos, and here's where things start to get a little trickier with the bigger aircraft. So we're not going to have double gear aircraft, so it's going to have 2 gears. You see what I mean? We'll go with 777 Emirates. We'll have to switch up. Okay, anyways, never mind. Ignore what I just said. Anyways, so as you can see, we've actually got 3 gears on this one, but it doesn't feel very different to 2 gears. So on this one, let's take off. On this one, also ignore my taking off on the taxiway. Anyways, on this one, you'll want your back gear to touch down first, and some can be trickier than others. Some have tilted and some are reversed. I'll show you what I mean by this. But these ones are tilted, so you can see the back is. It's almost like the back gear is the heaviest. It's tilting it backwards. But sometimes you can have ones that are it's the other way around, and it can be trickier. But there is still kind of a way to butter, and I'll show you how to do it just in a sec. Alright guys, we've got the runway coming into view, and there's actually a plane on the runway that, if I just saw correctly, disappeared. Good, to be honest. Anyways, we are a bit off center line right now, so let's just line up. We're also a bit high. I thought we were too low, to be honest. Anyways, got to send a little. And we also got a bit of crosswind here. As you can see, I'm kind of drifting. It's like I'm hovering to the side. On crosswind, you kind of have to land an angle, and then as soon as just before you touch down, you have to move to the right when you're flaring, right or left, depending which way your crosswind is. Sorry, a bit too low. Alright. A313 777, I definitely recommend for buttering. They're very smooth. Oh, way off center line. Oh, that was terrible. How about that, guys? Oh, okay. Yeah, we might have to do that again at some point. But let's go ahead and show you what I mean by reversed gears. Alright, so we're gonna do the A350 for an example. Let's go ahead and do Delta, and once we take off, you'll see what I mean. So let's just go ahead, full throttle, flaps 2, I guess. Okay, about to be at takeoff speed. Alright, There we go. And as you can see, they're tilted the other way. And this makes it harder to butter because you have to land on your front gear first, but it's just you'll see what I mean when I say it's different. But anyways, let's go ahead and reduce our throttle. About 36, I think it'll be around. I'm way too fast right now as well. And oh god, there's another plane on the runway. I'm way too high as well. And we're off center line. Not a very good approach for butter. You also want to make sure your approach is stable. Although if you're doing high tack, then what? Alright. And the plane just disappeared again. What the? Oh, unless I just take it off the other way. I think I'll take it off the other way. Anyways, way too high. Mid center line. You can also, if you have advanced mode, you can use the rudder, which is recommended for landing. You want to turn, because you don't have to bank then land on one gear, on one gear before the other. So yeah, on computer it's A and D. I'm not quite sure what it is on controller. On mobile it should just be listed as a button. And oh my, there's a plane on the runway, but who cares? Bit too low, bit too low, bit too low. Man, move. Alright, oh, we're way too high. Yep, oh god. This is not better. Alright, and then you have to kind of flare like that. And it definitely isn't the smoothest. Oh my god, what the heck. It definitely isn't the smoothest when using this plane, but it's alright. Anyways. And for the final category of this video, we'll be doing military planes. Now, military planes, I'm actually gonna be showing you how we're actually gonna be doing it on the HMS. So let me just quickly go over there because I spawned here without thinking. Alright, so here at Great Rockford after quite a while, to be honest. I haven't been here for quite some time, actually. Anyways, let's go ahead to Mod Military and oh no, we're not doing that. Let's go ahead and do the Blue Angels. Well, some of you guys might have it, but we're doing the F-18 Hornet. Super Hornet, that is. Let's go ahead and take off. Yes, don't judge me. Don't judge me, please. Actually, no, we're going to wait until we actually get close to the thingy. Alright, so the HMS Queen Elizabeth is over here. Alright, so there, as you can literally just see over there, we're already getting really close. This is an alright camera view, I guess. Jeez, the speed goes down so quick. Alright. Let's go ahead. At some point, if you want me to make a show about it, I'll do a landing on a carrier with a controller, which would be very hard, and I'll probably fail after like 10 attempts or something. But anyways, let's go ahead and try and butter. I haven't landed on a carrier for quite some time, to be completely honest. But doing a Kai-Tak here, I guess, so won't for me. Alright, land speed is good. You need to try and land quite early when you're on the carrier, otherwise you'll go plonk into the sea. And there you go. Quite easy, to be honest, although it isn't always butter. But anyways guys, that'll be the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye!